Alright, so you know with Cyclops I was talking about how I would have two characters that would be leading a brand new faction of characters. Well, today we're talking about Black Bolt. So he'd be a controller with base stat strengths of applying debuffs/buffs and resisting them. Black Bolt's affinities would be Inhuman, Cosmic, and Bio. Now, originally I'd given Black Bolt sort of a generic kit, you know, he just shoots out some waves, he like shouts at them, you know, he does a little dash, you know, nothing crazy. But then I thought, he is the king of the Inhumans. He needs to lead them into battle. Right now, we don't have a lot of Inhumans. I don't imagine they're going to be coming for a while. They're sort of like a D-tier set of heroes. You know, when you, list off your top 5 heroes. I doubt a lot of you have an Inhuman character in there. List off top 10. Probably still not an Inhuman. Even at top 20, you probably won't have any Humans in there. But maybe once you get to the 30s or 40s, maybe we have some Inhumans in our favorites. They're kind of lesser known, and their TV show didn't do a lot to really bring them into a positive view from the public's eye. But you know, how much their TV show sucked is a story for another day. But they're really cool, actually, and they're very diverse. That's the really cool thing about the Inhumans. Their powers are super weird. That allows them to be very visually unique, and that allows them to bring a lot of interesting things to the game. But before they can really become great, they're going to need someone to help them out in battle, and Black Bolt is the one to do that. So for Black Bolt's passive, if Black Bolt is on the team, then all Inhuman allies have 10% bonus stats. So just flat out, he's the king of the Inhumans. He has to be helping them out. I mean, he is their, they're all like a family. He's like the big, he's the Inhuman. Like, he needs to be, that's his thing. Wouldn't that be so cool? Like, you're like, oh, it's just the Inhumans. And then Black Bolt comes out and you're like, oh no, it's the Humans. Come on, guys. Again, 10% might be a little overtuned, maybe 5%, but you know, not my job to balance. Black Bolt's first skill would be Cosmic Blast. So he'd blast an enemy dealing medium damage, and he'd absorb one of their energy, and he'd give it to an Inhuman ally. Again, not really how it works in the comics, but, you know, imagine he's tiring out the enemy with his Cosmic Blast, and an Inhuman ally's like, wow, that was cool, and he gets more energy. So, you know, that's why it works, you know? That's how it works in the game. Black Bolt's second skill would be Black Bolt. So, I mean, he's called Black Bolt for a reason. He's wearing a black suit, and he'd bolt, you know, come on, he's got to have that as a skill. So he dashed forward real quick and attack an enemy, and then every Inhuman ally would automatically assist him for 20% of their damage. So this is one of his big attacks. You know, but it wouldn't be good if he didn't have any Inhumans with him. You know, Black Bolt needs the Inhumans to help him out, to make him be viable. So if he did this on his own, it'd be a pretty bad ability. But if you do this with a group of 4 Inhumans, you know, imagine how crazy the damage would be, and imagine how cool it'd look. Like, you know, Black Bolt dashes forward and uppercuts them, then Gordon comes in and slams them, and then Miss Marvel does like the giant fist, and Medusa like does something with her hair, and Karnak like jab. Oh, it'd be so cool. And then finally for his ultimate, Booming Shout. So with Black Bolt, I know Foxnex screwed him up if he grunts when he gets hit. If he, you know, when characters get hit in this game, they go like, ugh, like a generic grunt effect plays. If that happens with Black Bolt, then Foxnex has failed Black Bolt. That is, they cannot allow Black Bolt to grunt, because every time he opens his mouth and he makes any noise, even if it's a whisper, it's supposed to be like, whoosh, like he cannot grunt. Foxnex, you hear that? You have done Black Bolt wrong if he grunts. You've messed up Black Bolt's defining trait. So anyways, Black Bolt would scream, everybody would be like, oh my gosh, and it'd deal a lot of damage, and it'd lower their defenses, so that way the rest of the Inhumans can pick them apart. So I really like Black Bolt. I'm glad I took him in a different direction. He kind of had a really boring kit, and then now I made him focus a lot more on working with the Inhumans. Might be a little overtuned, but I would enjoy the whole idea that the king of the Inhumans is working with the Inhumans, and Black Bolt is the kind of guy that's willing to fight people, so it makes sense that he's down in the battle with the Inhumans. So, I mean, if we're gonna get an Inhuman, it's gonna be Black Bolt. He's the big Inhuman, so I'd really like to see Black Bolt in this game. That's been the end of this season of designing kits. Again, comment down below, who do you want to see in the next season? I don't know necessarily when I'm going to be doing the next season, but occasionally if there's nothing to talk about, I might design a kit. So, again, really fun to do. I really enjoy designing these kits. I think they're interesting videos to watch. I like how they're nice and short. This video's dragging on now, so without further ado, guys, what do I know? I am just a 16-year-old. Signing off, guys.